So this video is one that I've genuinely been rather excited for quite a long time, and it is a tier list or tier lists on Marvel's What If series. I genuinely really enjoyed it, so I've been wanting to make content on it for a while, and I finally got round to making two different tier lists. So if you are just here for the specific tier list, then I'll put on the timestamps for when they exactly start and which one is when, and we're going to start off with ranking the episodes and then the characters. So there's only 6 episodes in What If, hence why I decided to do a character tier list as well, because otherwise this video would be over very quickly. So yeah, I guess with that being said, please do leave a like, subscribe, and let's get on with the ranking. Let me know yours in the comments below once I've done mine as well. So here we have it then. We have the 6 episodes at the bottom, then we have the tiers being the GOATs, amazing, great, good, alright, meh, and bad. So let's have a look and see which ones I decide to put in which. So starting off in chronological order, we have Captain Carter. Definitely underrated by a lot of people. Is the least that changed from the actual story despite the thing happening, so it didn't change too much from the first Avenger despite Peggy getting the serum, not Steve. But I'm gonna put it in good. It was definitely decent, I enjoyed it, but overall not too much change. Now going from one that I think is underrated to one that I sadly think is overrated, and it is T'Challa as Star-Lord. A lot of people really like this episode. It was okay, it wasn't great, and because I've said it's okay, not great, realistically, it's got to go in meh. Now we have the one where Hank Pym becomes a psycho and ends up killing all of the Avengers. I really like this one, although when he killed Hulk, for some reason, I felt really bad for Hulk because he was kind of like an animal, like the way he whined. But I actually quite like this episode, probably quite underrated as well, because I know not too many people, at least from what I've seen, liked it. But I think this episode was pretty good, especially when Loki gets involved. That's really interesting, and Nick and Loki team together to stop Hank Pym. And I also think it's really interesting how when Hank Pym puts his mind to it fully, good he can make his technology in his suit, and how good in combat he can become. So with that being said, I'm going to put this one in good. And now we have one that a lot of people love, and rightly so. What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? A fantastic episode, setting up his appearance in the later episodes perfectly. Really good, and honestly, it's going to go in the GOATs. I thought it was one of the best of the series, especially one of the best of the earlier ones that didn't introduce Infinite Ultron or whatever he's called. Now we have Marvel Zombies. Again, a really solid one in my opinion. I'm going to put it in amazing. It was really fun from the get-go, action-packed, and I'm not the biggest fan of zombie movies, to be honest, but the Marvel's take on the zombies, really good in my opinion. Solid. I like seeing all of the characters because there was literally all of the Avengers involved, whether it be the ones that turned into zombies or not. One of the problems I do have with it is that I find it's quite weird how T'Challa managed to become a zombie despite having a vibranium suit that covers his body 100%, and I guess the same with Tony's nanotech, but either way, fantastic, and it's going in amazing. Now we have the one where Killmonger saved Tony Stark from the 10 Rings attack in Iron Man 1. This episode wasn't my favourite from the get-go. Number one, how does Killmonger throw a bomb so far? How? He's a normal guy at this point. He doesn't have the heart-shaped herb. But yeah, even from that point on, it really wasn't anything special. And I'm going to put it in alright. I think it was better than T'Challa as Star-Lord, but not by a considerable amount. Now we have Party Thor, and I actually thought this was a really fun one. I did really like this. It did give us Ultron right at the end. Obviously, that scene is placed a little bit further forward than the next episode that came after it, which I'll speak on in a second, but a fun episode nonetheless. Couple of plot holes, because obviously Mjolnir had a bit of a different enchantment to normal, because there's no way this Party Thor is considered worthy. So maybe there's no enchantment on it because Captain Marvel was under it, and I think if this Party Thor is worthy, Captain Marvel would be worthy. And I also think there's got to be some enchantment on it because she's physically strong enough to pick it up. But yeah, either way, I thought it was fun, and it's going to go in great, to be honest. I really liked it. And now we're getting really good. The first episode where Ultron is one of the main characters, where we see him actually take over the world, and it's just Black Widow and Hawkeye left. This one was one of the GOATs, to be fair. Really good. The whole story was fantastic. I was so engaged the whole time, couldn't take my eyes off of it. Fantastic, and it made me so hyped for the last episode. And I love that they brought back Zola. I feel like he was a really underutilized character. I thought he was really, really good. And yeah, just two characters that I think are really, really good and underutilized in the MCU, brought into one episode, that being Ultron and Zola, and both being artificial intelligences at that point. Yeah, I really liked it. And now we have the finale. For some reason, a lot of people didn't like this finale. This was incredible, like, incredible. I absolutely love this small episode alone I prefer to some whole MCU movies and series. Like, I really like this, and I don't understand why some people don't. I thought it was like fantastic, like genuinely a 10 out of 10. I loved every moment of this episode, and I'm baffled, like, as you can tell, that some people dislike this. I thought everyone loved it. I watched it before I saw what anyone else thought, and I gathered everyone would like it. I definitely saw some videos where people loved it, and rightly so, because I think it's incredible. But I did see some ones that were hating on it, and I was just so confused. But yeah, nonetheless, it's going in the GOATs in my ranking. And let me get back to you when I've arranged the episodes within their tiers, although there's only 2 tiers with more than one episode in it. So let me quickly do that. And yeah, there we go. Didn't take too long. I swapped the ones in good, and I moved the finale to the first in GOAT. So that's my order of the What If episodes in a tier list. Now let's get on to the characters. And now we have the characters, and as you can see on your screen right now, there's a lot of them, like a lot of them. So let's get straight on with it and not do any more waffling. So here we have Falcon from the Zombies episode. I mean, he's a zombie, not really too much to his character, so I'm going to put him in B tier, sure. Then from the What If Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands, it's the Doctor Strange. I'll put him in A tier. Then we have Tony Stark, I'll put him in B tier. From this particular episode, wasn't incredible. Then we have Claw, I'll put him in B. Captain Marvel, I thought was alright in her episode, or not in her episode, in Party Thor's episode, I'll put her in B. Strange Supreme, absolute S tier, one of my favourite characters in the whole of the MCU now. Black Widow from the last 2 episodes, I'll put her in A tier, very good. Then we have Hope from the Zombies episode, I thought she was really good as well, so we'll go A. Bucky from episode 1, solid, I'll put him in B. Then Ant-Man from the Zombies episode, B. The Ancient One from the Doctor Strange episode, again B. There's a lot in B. B is just kind of like nothing incredible, but definitely not bad. I still like them. Then we got Zola. I'll put Zola in B. I did say that I liked him, but based on the characters that are in A at the moment, he doesn't fit into that category. Then we have Black Widow from when she got killed by Hank Pym. Decent, nothing special. B. Zombies Bucky is going to go in A. I thought he was really good. Then this dude from Captain Carter, nothing special. Zombie Iron Man, cool factor, can put him into A alone. Then we have, I believe this is Sharon Carter from the Zombies episode. Sure, B tier. Loki from Party Thor, B. Captain Carter herself can go into A. She's pretty good. Then Steve in the Iron Man suit can go into A. Frigga, this is Frigga from Party Thor. Yeah, wasn't a fan. Then Tony from the deleted Gamora episode and seen a little bit in the finale can go in B just because it's Tony. He can get a B slot. Heimdall for the same reason, just because it's Heimdall can go in B. He didn't really do much. Howard I actually quite liked in Captain Carter. Gonna go in A. Yondu, it's Yondu, so he'll go in A. Zombie Wong, B. This version of Hawkeye, sure, A. Red Skull, pretty good, A. Loki from this particular episode, really good, A. Killmonger, yeah, he can go in A. I forget what this lady's called. Doctor Strange's love interest, she can go in A. This version of Rhodey, B. Nick Fury, A. Taserface, B. Surtur, hardly saw anything of him. He can go and B. Happy, A. Sure. Party Thor, S tier. I really enjoyed him. This dude from the Doctor Strange episode, B. Sure. The Watcher, I actually really liked. He can go into S tier. Then the Zombies episode, Spider-Man, really liked him. He can go in S tier. Phil Coulson, pretty good. A tier. B. A. No, B actually. Pepper. Is this Pepper? I think it's Pepper. Pepper can go in B. Thanos from T'Challa as Star-Lord can go into A. Zola before he's an AI can go in B. Peter Quill that didn't become a Guardian, B. Ego, B. Okoye, is this Okoye? I think it's Okoye, can go in B. Then we have Ultron, and Ultron is absolutely going in S tier, one of my favourite characters in the whole of the MCU. Now, is this Vision? or is this Ultron before he gets the buff armor? Either way, you're going to go in S tier. Then Zombie Wanda is going to go in A tier. The Collector. Now, this was my favourite part of the T'Challa episode. I really liked the Collector in it. He was so cool, having the Hela headdress. Yeah, absolute A tier. Then Zombie Doctor Strange, cool factor, can put him into A tier, just like Tony Stark. Don't even know who this guy is, so we'll put him in C tier. Then Thaddeus Ross, B, sure. Howard the Duck, I don't like Howard the Duck. I just don't. He's the first D tier character. Then Bruce Banner, A tier. Korg, it's Korg, so A tier. Is this the dude from Guardians that gets the whistle at the end of Guardians 2? Don't know. Either way, I don't remember anything from him in What If, so C tier it is. Maria Hill, if I'm being honest, I thought she was a worse character in What If than she is in the MCU. I didn't like her in Party Thor, so I'm going to put her in B. Then the girlfriend everyone forgets about from the 2008 Hulk movie. She was better in What If than in the MCU, but she's still going to go in B. Gamora, wasn't too big of a fan of in the finale. She didn't really do much. She was just there, so B. T'Challa as Star-Lord himself, although I didn't like his episode all too much, he can go in A. This version of Nebula, pretty interesting, A. Jane Foster, I actually quite liked her and Darcy in the Party Thor episode, so they can go in A. Then Hank Pym as the psychopath, really liked him. I'm actually going to put him in S tier, definitely. Then Drax, he wasn't very funny in this episode, C. Then the actual Wong can go in A. This guy's name has completely erased from my mind. The guy from Ragnarok on Sakaar that basically owns the whole planet. I've forgotten his name completely. I've gone dumb temporarily. Either way, B tier. And then Zombie Cap can go in A tier because he had a cool moment with Bucky, and Captain America is cool. So there is my character tier list. I'll keep scrolling up and down. So yeah, these are my 2 What If tier lists. Let me know if you agree with my rankings. Let me know any particular ones that you disagree with. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. Feel free to make your own tier list. Obviously, as always, tiermaker.com. It took me a while to find these ones actually. I couldn't find them by searching What If on tiermaker.com. So if you want to do your own one, search up What If tier list or What If series tiermaker or something like that, and it will come up. But yeah, I'm really glad I've done this video because I've been waiting to do it for a long time. I'm pretty happy with this, and if you actually care, before I end this video, I'll show a photo of my rearranged rankings of the characters within their tiers specifically. So I'll show that in a second, but for now, thank you for watching. Goodbye.